I know, the title's a little bit clickbaity, but bear with me because those bloody flat mites are everywhere. Or are they? Hey, hi, hello. If you're part of any online plant community that talks about Hoya, you would be forgiven from thinking these pesky microscopic mites are suddenly infesting all the Hoya. Before we get into this, be sure to hit that subscribe button to support my teeny tiny channel and to get awesome planty content in the future. Okay, let's talk about what flat mites are, how they present in Hoya, and if they're the big problem that everyone is talking about. And stick around to the end because I'm going to share how I successfully keep these flat mites out of my home. Okay, what the bloody hell are these flat mites that are attacking Hoya? Honestly, I can't find a definitive answer to that, and that's because there are 1,100 valid species of flat mites. That's right, they're sometimes called false mites, flat mites, and incorrectly called broad mites. What I can tell you is that they are not a new thing. Orchid growers have been managing flat mites like champions for years, as have fruit farmers as well as many Hoya collectors and growers. They're a common pest that are managed like we manage any other pests on our collection. It seems that as the popularity of Hoya has grown, we've moved from what's wrong with my Hoya, I don't see any pests, to everyone has flat mites. Seriously, someone posted a pic of a stem with a little bit of white sap on it. First comment, flat mites. Don't get me wrong, flat mites are real. The thing is, they were always there. Some of us are just now figuring out that we have them and it's causing quite the hysteria. Okay, maybe exaggerating a tad, or maybe not. Flat mites are teeny tiny microscopic bugs that love to set up home around new growth points on Hoya. They particularly like woody stemmed Hoya because there's lots of places for them to hide, but you can find them on any Hoya species. They munch on new growth points, and what you see is that your Hoya isn't growing, or rather new growth is drying up and dying off. This can leave your Hoya looking like someone took a hacksaw to it and leaves you with lots of nubby stumps. It can leave you baffled because you don't see any pests, and that's where they're tricky. They don't leave webs like spider mites or small balls of fluff like mealybugs or black specks of poop like thrips. Only sign you have them is really when the colony is bad enough to cause visible damage, and that can take a while. You will hear people say that they are reddish in colour, and it could be that the species that loves Hoya is reddish in colour, but flat mites come in a variety of colours, from red, yellow, green, and all the colours in between. So, are they such a big problem, and are all the Hoya doomed? The short answer to this is no and no. The long answer is, listen, I'm not an expert. I'm just some person on the internet with over 200 species of Hoya trying not to freak out about the flat mite invasion of 2022 by researching the shit out of these buggers. So do your research, and I've linked a lot of my sources in the description box below. But listen, I have a large collection of over 200 Hoya, and I have 3 Hoya presenting with what could be flat mite damage, but no visible flat mites using the microscope. Other people who have covered this topic also have large collections but only identified flat mites on a handful of their Hoya. Now I've got that out of the way, trust me when I tell you, they're pretty easy pests to eliminate. And the cool thing is, the best way to kill the buggers is good for your plants. You can identify flat mites using a microscope, but honestly, if you have some damage on your Hoya and you've ruled out the usual suspects, I'd skip the microscope and just treat them. Fun fact, sulfur deficiency in your plants can present like flat mite damage. Who would have thunk? So if you have any suspicions that you might have flat mites, grab yourself some gardener's sulfur and either dust it on your stems and new growth, or follow the instructions on the bottle to create a liquid and spray it on. Leave on there for 8 weeks, reapply every week or so, but 8 weeks is a good amount of time to catch all stages of the flat mite cycle. They have a much slower gestation period than other bugs. Eggs can take 20 to 21 days to hatch, and a further 6 weeks of transformations before they're all grown up. Be sure to read the instructions carefully because sulfur can react to other products and foliage sprays. To be safe, I'd just leave your plants alone bar watering for 8 weeks. Fun fact too, flat mites have 4 to 6 generations a year compared to spider mites that have 18 to 36. Be sure to wear a mask and gloves because it's stinky and can irritate in high amounts. I wouldn't use the hot bath method unless I have actually seen flat mites on my Hoya and I was opposed to using sulfur, which I'm not. But that's just me. Now, because sulfur is honestly awesome for your plants, it's a key nutrient, by the way. Why not just consider treating in spring and fall as part of your regular maintenance routine? Or be like me. Invest in all the things, spend days checking every one of your hundreds of Hoyas, not finding any bugs at all, even at 1000 magnification, and then rechecking them all again because I've got to be doing it wrong because the internet is telling me everyone has flat mites, and I still didn't find anything. Then I reached out to Grub Grenade, who I get my beneficials from, for all the deets on flat mites, and they told me to calm down. Not really, but in my head they did. And explaining that their canopy mites will take care of flat mites, so that's probably why I'm not seeing any. Phew. I still treated 3 of my Hoya that had symptoms of flat mite, sulfur deficiency, and I plan to show you some microscope footage and results of the sulfur treatment in a few weeks. And that's it. My truth about flat mites. Don't freak out, treat with sulfur, or have faith in your beneficial bugs to take care of them for you. And please stop telling everyone on the internet that has a challenge with their Hoyas that they have flat mites. They probably don't. I have linked all of the sources that I use in some way in the description, and I encourage you to check it out. But I just wanted to let you know that I did talk briefly with Brian Spencer, who is the president of Allied Bionomics Limited. They are innovators in developing predatory mites to address damage to crops across North America. I found them during my research, specifically one video. I'm linking that video below because I just found it fascinating. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.